Before we get started, Justin says to me, "Would you like some orange Kool-Aid mix?" To which I have, of course, replied no. And he says a thing that will infuriate me till the day I die. He replies, "Okie dokie, more for me." And that's the note we start on today. Justin, fire up the phone lines. Get the people's thoughts on Kool-Aid mix and whether or not they want it. I always tweet out topics. I always. This is the second time we did it. Hopefully, it goes as well as last time. All right, I can actually hear that. So, what's up, caller? See, it's not going to go as well. Now we're just going to have people saying, "Oh, he answered." So yeah, of course I'm going to answer. You're fucking calling. I don't get why that's funny. Yeah, so the topics of the day will be Julie DiCaro, I believe, is taking fake calls. I can play some audio for you guys of that. I also want to know, go ahead, take the call. I want to know what Barstool personalities I should interview while Kirk is off. I'm working with Big Cat to get some people on. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hola.
Hola.
This is Nick from the Red Snapper Station.
What's up, Nick?
I was wondering what you thought of Blind Mike Groupie doing the wet T-shirt last night.
I saw that, yes. Maybe I'll have one as well. I forgot to tell Justin to grab me a gallon of water. But, the Minifan ladies do a terrific job. That is one thing I've noticed. Social media is stepping up. We got the water challenge now. I don't know if that's catching on or not. That was started by Kevin from Bristol. But those Kirk tunes I actually really like. That I think the Barstool animator made. I'm not exactly sure. But what were your thoughts on it, Nick? Oh, he's gone. All right. 0 for 2 so far. Let's see if we keep getting calls. I knew that it was too good to be true last time. What I was hoping for was that Jon Stewart was our first caller for every episode. I feel like he really set the tone. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello.
Hello. Howdy. Hope all is well.
What's going on? Hope all is well. What's up?
I was wondering if you and Steve had any thoughts of doing anything kind of like what the Office Ladies podcast, where now that everyone's going back and re-listening to the podcast, would you do anything where you guys go back and give your thoughts on things that happen now, sort of maybe a better year in review type of thing where you guys actually listen to the audio, something like that?
It's not a terrible idea. I think that's kind of what we're doing for part of Mike and the Minifans on Saturday. Matt from Providence suggested maybe we go through some old audio. It's not a terrible idea. It won't be in podcast form, but maybe it could be something worth looking into for the YouTube or something.
I'll take not a terrible idea.
All right. All right, buddy. Thanks. So let's play just put the next person that calls in on hold or something, and let's play that Julie DiCaro audio. So answer it. I'll tell him. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, calling from Worcester.
You want to hang on hold for 5 seconds?
Sure.
All right, buddy. I lied. It's going to be more than 5 seconds. So Julie DiCaro, we've been peppering her with calls and texts all week. Then Wednesday night, we learned that not only does she read the text line vehemently, she texts people back. So people are texting her like, you're talk about us, the show's awful, whatever. And she responds, actually, I'll take that back. I'll amend that. People were much more courteous than that. People were just saying, like, why do you trash people with, mental health problems or people who are suicidal? And she starts responding, I'm sending your number to Entercom security. Now, I've worked for Entercom, and I can tell you the security is rather lax. Not only have I worked for Entercom, I've broken into their building multiple times now. So security is pretty lax at Entercom. I don't know what Entercom security is going to do to you guys if you keep calling, but I know I'll keep calling. So she didn't take any calls Wednesday night. She took one call Thursday night. But I found it a little suspicious. I think it might be a plant. Let me know what you guys think. Let's play it, Justin.
512-644-6767. If you want to weigh in, you can also text me at 67011. Let's go on out to Matt on 290. Hey, Matt.
Hey, hello. How's it going?
Good. What's going on?
I felt compelled to call in after this Tony Gill interview. I feel like we spend a lot.
All right, but how we talk pretty naturally on the show, and when often I go, Kirk, I just feel compelled to. I feel like I have to bring this up. That's what we call acting. That is a gentleman acting. In fact, it sounds like I truly believe they couldn't be this dumb. It sounds like one of her producers that was on earlier in the week. There's no way they're that dumb. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say they're not dumb enough to do that. But keep playing, Justin.
A lot of time talking about Boylan as a scapegoat for the Bulls. I mean, in this same interview, we're talking about moving Paxton up as opposed to out after we've watched All-Star after All-Star be unloaded from a Bulls team that should be competitive. And it's just shocking to me that this is what we're talking about in Chicago sports radio. Why are we not talking about the exit of Paxton and Gar, getting them out of here? Boylan is a scapegoat at this point. I'd love to get your thoughts.
Couple other things stood out to me. Oh, actually, let me hear her respond.
You see the fire Garpax hashtag all the time. So I think that idea has
that's
definitely.
what I want to hear. She's a grown woman who out loud says hashtag all the time. Unless I misunderstood. That could have been phrased wrong. I might have just misunderstood that, but I think that's what she was doing. But also the fact that he says, "Why are we talking about this on Chicago sports radio?" Little things like that stuck out to me as that being a planted call because it's weird. None of the Minifans seem to get through for some reason. Let's go to this guy in Worcester if he hung on the line for all that. 2 seconds. Take your time. But yeah, it just seemed odd to me that none of the Minifans get through, but this perfectly succinct caller who brings up a topic she's been discussing all week. What are the chances that one guy gets through and then no other calls? What's up, buddy? Hey, John in Worcester, or whatever your name is.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's going on, man?
First-time caller, long-time listener.
Thank you.
Hey, man, so I heard the last caller talk about how, or maybe it was 2 callers ago, how he's gone back and listened to stuff, and I've been doing the same. I think I'm on, episode 11, and I just wanted to tell you about, how there's just gold everywhere. And you just hear I have 10 screenshots in my phone of these little spots where I just know Steve's lying about stuff.
What do we got? What are the examples?
I can send them to you in private DM, but the root of all of his lies, I think, starts in around episode 10 during when Kingpin Pete was around, right? Which are those interviews are amazing. But you actually encouraged him to lie.
Yes, that's been brought up before. I said that if he doesn't want to talk about his family, just say nothing. I guess is what I meant. I said lie. What I meant in that moment was just say nothing. Just say, oh yeah, it's amicable. I think that's more what I meant. But yeah, people have pointed it out before. Maybe I did encourage this maniac.
And while we're on the topic of Kingpin Pete, Kirk absolutely hates the lack of air conditioning in prison.
Yes, for sure. Prison would not be a great place for it.
That would just be very interesting dynamic come Wilbur time if the lights were to go out.
Well, we'll see. Hopefully that's not the case, but
hopefully not. And last but not least, Mike.
Okay.
Going back to that 11th episode, you do not say words backwards enough on the show.
No, well, I don't know if I still have the skills to do it as quick. I could do it real quick when I was a kid. But yeah, you can give me one if you want.
Impressive.
Eviscerp me. Sorry. Yeah. See, I can't do it as quickly as I used to.
Oh man, we got to work on that.
Yeah. All right, buddy.
Hey, thanks for taking my call.
Thanks for the call, man.
Hang in there, buddy.
Hope all is well, my friend. I forgot. That's how I have to end all these calls. Hope all is well. Yes, I'm weird with sentimental texts. I don't know how to handle. Can you blame me? What's up, caller?
Hola. Hope all is well.
Thank you. Hope all is well with you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It's Nick in Tennessee. How are you guys doing today?
That sounds like a fake accent. There's no way this is how you talk.
This is true. I just enunciate when I speak.
Okay, what's going on, man?
But anyway, I actually called into the first show, and you thought I was a Kennerado guy. But that's
You do sound like the Canorado guy. It's not you though.
I hate to let you down, but it's not me. I do
All
have
right.
a verbal pitch for you, though, but I'll get to that later. I wanted to ask you, or actually bring this up. I think that Julie DiCaro's like text messages on her text line, I think all of those are fan texts. Either that, or she just very, very picky and choosy about the ones that she reads, and they have some very, very like sheepish listeners.
You think they're what texts? They're
The text messages on her text line, they're all fake. I don't think a single one of those.
the one she reads. Yes, definitely. Because I've texted her 100 times, and I'm literally saying, I know you aren't getting these texts. The text you're actually getting would be much more interesting. It'd be the first interesting show you've ever done if you read the text you were actually getting. And she doesn't respond to those, unfortunately.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they're too afraid to do something like that.
But wouldn't that be so much more interesting if she had said like, "Hey, these assholes from Boston are going after me. I took a shot at a guy who's suffering from mental illness because he was kind of rude to me once. So the Minifans are going after me." And then the other thing last night that she did was they played "Shipping Up to Boston," coming back from a break. And she goes, "I don't know why we're playing this song," because she wants to make some other segue. And then she realizes, and she goes, "Oh, I do know why we're playing this song." As if, like, "Ooh, gotcha, Boston." Like, oh no, they're playing "Shipping Up to Boston. What are we going to do? They're on to us."
Just such ignorance and grandstanding on her part.
What else is up, man? Anything?
But also, a couple other questions that I did have for you. You mentioned on the last show some details about the Mike and Steve show. I was curious if you had anything else on that.
About the what show? I'm sorry.
The Mike and Steve show.
Well, I mean, we did that one podcast together. I don't know if Steve has any interest in doing anything with me over the, whatever the time this is. He's more than welcome to. We haven't worked on anything together specifically. I don't know what the Me and Steve show would be because we have pretty awkward chemistry. Although I'll say the podcast we put out on Thursday I thought was pretty good because he busted my balls about that text message. So
yeah, it was great. It was good stuff.
So that was we have odd chemistry, but I think we should probably do something together. Well, you know what? I think we'll know a lot more on Monday. I think if Kirk says that I'm going to be out for a month and a half, then maybe me and Steve should do a weekly thing together. But if it's going to be a few days, then maybe we'll just get back to normal. Who knows?
I gotcha. Is there any chance that we'll see another best of?
Not on the RSS feed, I don't think. That's probably something more for. Yeah, right. That's probably more for a year in review, or maybe even like 4th of July, like a half year sort of a thing. But no, I don't think that would go up on the RSS feed. Maybe the Minifan show. I'm sure DEC will put something like that together. And I know the interns are chopping up a lot of stuff for sort of a best of 2020 type of thing for YouTube. All right.
Sounds good, Mike. Take it easy, man. Have a good rest of the show. I'll be
all right,
listening.
man. Thanks. All right, brother. All right. Let's see what else you guys got. Fire away, caller. What's happening?
Hey, Mike. How you doing?
What's going on?
I just wanted to call to apologize to you.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw the video last night of the Blind Mike's groupie pouring the water all over herself.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I watched it, I jumped in the back of my parents' Suburban and, you know.
That's very disrespectful. Why would you apologize to me for that?
Well, because she's your groupie and, you know, I feel like, you know, she's yours and I shouldn't have done that. I just couldn't.
Well, listen. I understand. It's quite all right, buddy. If it's on social media, that's all. It's your property. Don't worry about it.
And, you know, if nothing else, it was kind of like paying tribute to Kirk in this time of need, you know?
Sure, of course. Believe me, I completely understand. No, I don't blame you at all.
All right, buddy. Well, hey,
right, man.
I'm loving the content. I'm loving the content this week. I missed the show, but there's been a lot of positive stuff, so thank you.
Good. We're trying. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, trying to put out as much shit as we can. I think I've been on a show every day, right? If you count, of course, I was not the host of the Life Loser Challenge, but I was a guest. People had mixed reviews on that one. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hola.
Hola.
It's Keith from Haverhill.
What's going on?
Hey, I know you're a big fan of comedy, man. Do you mess around with Andrew Schultz at all?
Love Andrew Schultz.
Yeah. So, you know how he does all those like short, quick, funny clips on YouTube?
Yeah.
Just a quick suggestion. Maybe you guys can do like I was just listening back to the old episodes, and there's that episode with KFC and Kirk starts talking about the training that they had to go through at EEI, and then he was talking to him KFC about it, and he was bringing up how they were on their way down to Florida for a big meeting, and then it's just hilarious because you got Kirk telling KFC, and then they bring up the whole Don Yee thing where Fourier did that funny impression,
right?
So whatever, like little quick clips like that might be able to just drive the YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the problem with that one is there's no video. There's no video to it. Is the only problem with that specific instance is there's no video. But yeah, no, I think you're right in general. We should. I've been trying to get stuff more like that up there as well. I think full episodes of the show should be on YouTube also, and we just add that to the download numbers.
Yeah, I agree. Kind of like a Rogan.
I don't think Barstool really wants that for what they're not a fan of that system for whatever reason. But
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, man, we'll work on that.
Yep, just want to say I love the show. Love Kirk, man. Take your time.
All right, brother, thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, I love Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz is one of the most innovative guys in comedy right now. He's kind of changing the way things are done. You don't have to wait for like a network or Netflix or something to give you a call. You can just put your special up on YouTube the way Andrew Schultz does it. What's up, caller?
Hey, Mike, how are you?
What's going on?
Greg and Stowe, how are you?
What's going on, Greg?
Who do you think is packing more heat, Steve Robinson or Steve from Providence?
Is this Tim from Ken?
No.
You're not very good at disguising your voice, buddy.
No, I'm not. I have a very
Tim,
particular
I'm glad we have you on. Perfect time to play your call.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I sent that to Justin. But you still need to answer that question.
What was the question? Who's packing more, Steve from Providence or Steve Robinson?
Mm-hmm.
Steve Robinson's a big guy. Steve from Providence is probably a little shorter than me, if I recall. And Steve Robinson's a big dude. So I'm going to have to... I hope Steve Robinson. Otherwise, he'd look kind of silly at 6'4" or whatever he is, you know? No offense to Steve from Providence.
Howard Stern always complained that he had a 2-inch micro penis. But I think we're more talking about apples and oranges, or really a red snapper and a big fat pickle between the two of them. But I digress.
That's very likely, yeah. Yeah, so let's play. Tim from Canton called... well, you know what? Let's play what you hear on WEEI first. Tim from Canton called WEEI today, and they dumped out on him. And if you're listening, you must be wondering why if you hear this call. So let's play the EEI version first.
Here's Wayne. Well, Wayne.
Regarding Corona, I don't.
Good luck.
Thank you. We're going to need
Good
it.
luck.
Just
We're all
want to let you
counting
all
on
know,
you.
counting on you.
Good luck.
Danielle and I go for the same airplane line at the same time.
All of you good people, good luck.
Yep.
The chicken or the shrimp will try to have lasagna.
Good luck. Here's Paul. Hello, Paul.
Okay, so if you think, oh, Justin fucked up, we can't hear any of that, not Justin's fault. You can't hear any of it. They just dump out for, I don't know the reason. I'm very curious as to the reason. And then you might be wondering also, why does Greg Hills say good luck 50 times? Let's play Tim's call that he recorded from his end.
I'm back. Here's Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Regarding Corona, I don't have the Corona. I haven't been exposed to it, but I am quarantining myself this weekend, and I would just like to tell all you folks, good luck. Take care of yourself. Good luck. And hope all is well. Good luck. We're all counting on you. Good luck. Take care of yourself, and hope all is well, because this is the end.
Tim, my first question is, why the name Wayne? Oh, Tim's not on. We'll get Tim from Canton back on here. Tim.
Yeah.
Why the name Wayne? Did I miss something there?
No, it has nothing to
Okay.
do. I was gonna do Dave and Milton or Mike in Watertown, but I know that Laird is so on to this.
Right.
Digging deep at this point.
Understandable. So they dumped your whole fucking call, buddy.
The whole call.
I don't understand it. All you said is even the version we just played. I get that it is a reference to the show, but all you
100%.
said is good luck, take care, hope all is well. Why doesn't that get on the air?
Correct you. Good luck. Take care of yourself.
Yes,
hope
of
all
course.
is well. Is
I'm
what you
sorry.
texted.
I keep
And
forgetting.
yes, Lid is apparently, like I had tweeted, he's an absolute hate listener of the KMS show. He definitely trolls all the accounts because he either knows my voice or he knows it. And I think it's more he knows the reference. And as soon as he heard that reference,
he was on social media a lot yesterday. But he's also got. I can't believe you get on that show at all.
Well, I'll save it for.
I know your voice talking, and you're disguising it.
Yeah, I know. I do. I even looked for apps that will disguise my voice, but there's no real time. They seem to have different call screeners here and there, so I definitely can get on. But as soon as Laird or Curtis hears me, I think they dump me. I think it's all Laird anyway. But it's more show references than anything.
Yeah. Well, good job, buddy. Excellent work, and appreciate you always being vigilant in recording from your end because you know they're going to dump you.
Yeah, absolutely. We soldier on in. By the way, how long you on for today?
I don't know. We'll see. An hour, maybe more.
Well, I'll be calling back and getting you on one. So just
all right. I'll keep my head on a swivel.
Like?
Say again.
You like Chinese food?
Yeah, some.
Yeah, all right. That's all I need to know. You'll hear from me.
All right, you
Great job, buddy.
Goodbye.
Bye.
I want to be keeping my head on a swivel here. I don't know what that means. Do I like Chinese food? Very suspicious. All right, let's see who's next up. What's up, caller?
Hey, this is Steven JP.
What's going on? Oh. Are you bored?
So I've been. Some people have been asking me as well if we should do some kind of show together. But I thought that there was just this unspoken thing that we had where we're so fucking shitty and awkward together.
It's weird, right? Yeah.
We're just gonna not do it.
No, I mean we can do it. I think, like I said, if we're off for a while, maybe something once a week people would like to hear. But yeah, there is a weird chemistry where we're.
maybe we should plan on doing something Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
I mean, even if it's bad, I think people will appreciate it for exactly how bad it is. Maybe we could do a weekend review or something like that. But did I just hear you earlier talking with Tim in Canton about my dick?
Yeah, he asked me if you have a bigger dick than Steve from Providence, and I assumed yes. What's weird about that? Why do you ask?
We'll have to measure it. We'll have to measure on the Wilbur show. Maybe that'll be part of it.
Hey, I'm sure people want to know, and I think I know the answer, but any other insight on what we should be expecting on Monday from Kirk?
I think you should be expecting a little bit of fire. I mean, I texted with him yesterday, and I mean, as I tweeted out from the show account, he's loaded for bear when it comes to Julie DiCaro. I think he's determined to get healthy and get back on the show. So, I mean, I'm anticipating. I guess I'm thinking that the break will be shorter than I had previously thought.
Okay, good.
But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't really know what to expect.
All right. Well, it sounds healthy. We're going to berate some hack radio personality from Chicago. That's it sounds like he's getting healthy. That's good to hear.
Exactly. Hey, can I get knocked out?
Steve, my friend, you've been knocked out. Get the hell out of here. Beat it.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, Steve's just sitting at home, bored, calling me. That makes me feel good about myself. The roles are reversed for once. I'm hard at work here. He's got nothing to do. But hopefully we'll all be back to work very soon. Stay tuned for Monday, folks. That should be exciting if Kirk's coming with some fire. What's up, caller? Hello? Oh, go fuck yourself. What happened? What's happening to these people? It's either my friends or no one's there. What the hell's going on? How many people are watching, Justin?
We have 110.
Okay, so a lot less than last time. That's disappointing. Maybe I was right. Maybe it was the lunch break bump we got last time. What's up,
Did I get
caller?
knocked out immediately?
Oh, if you want, yeah.
No. What's up? Letio, Kirk, and Will checking in from somewhere in Iowa.
Help me! Help me!
All right. You guys are already in Iowa?
Yeah, we just got to Des Moines. We're going to meet with the Panora town supervisor.
What time did you leave?
We left
in the morning.
Yeah. 6 in the morning was our plan.
Well, no shit. You left in the morning. It's 1 in the afternoon. I understood that you left in the morning, asshole.
Well, we woke up at 3 o'clock. And
Okay, thank you.
Left at 3:30.
Oh, did you guys fly there?
What's up?
Did you guys fly there?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, I was expecting a road trip from the boys. I'm a little disappointed.
Not for this one. It would have been over 24 hours, I think.
So what?
Road trip.
That's the point, guys. Content, baby, content. All right. Well, how's it going there?
Listen, the content is him sending us to Charlotte first, and then Des Moines. We went south to go west.
No, well, terrific.
I have no comment about that.
Latino Kirk, how you holding up?
Sorry?
How you holding up?
Oh, I need help. Please send help. If I don't contact you in 24 hours, please send help.
All right. The Abbott and Costello of 2020. Thank you, boys.
All right, no problem, Mike. Talk to you later.
All right. A wild duo going to the, what was it, the town supervisor of Panora, Iowa?
Town supervisor.
That's fascinating. All right. Let's see if we can get another call in here. Yeah. The other, so we had Julie DiCaro. What was the other thing? Oh, Barstool interviews. So I'm working with Big Cat to get people that you guys want to hear from. I was thinking maybe Dana, Hank might be a good one. A lot of people suggested Caleb. You a Barstool fan, caller?
I am.
Who from Barstool should I try to get on to interview while Kirk's out?
Besides the obvious?
Yeah, besides like Big Cat or KFC. Like besides, yeah.
Get that big dopey Brandon fucking Walker on there. He seems to admire Kirk.
Brandon Walker's one I thought of too. You don't like Brandon?
I do like him. That's why I call him a big dopey fuck.
I'm sure he would appreciate that. What's going on?
So this is Furburger, Mike.
Okay.
I've got a question for you and for the ghost of Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
First, a smaller question, though. Do you know what clogging is?
Do I say it again?
Clogging?
Clogging. I don't think so. Is it a sexual act?
It's a German stomping folk dance.
Okay. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah. My mind went to much dirtier. Yes, I know what clogging is, yeah.
They wear big wooden shoes and shit.
Yeah.
So there are people on the internet who claim to have pictures of that fucking Jesus freak mop, S.E. Robinson. And he says he's going to a clogging competition. He's wearing a Casey Smith crop top, tidy whitey underwear, and big clogging shoes. Is any of that true?
No, I refuse to believe it.
Okay,
and I'll tell you, if it's not true, we may be getting another call in a few minutes, but I don't know. If it is true, I think there will be radio silence, and we won't hear from Steve for a while, and then the Minifans will be hard at work. So get to work, guys. I don't know if that's true, but I hope it is.
All right, Mike. Thanks for the call.
Brother. Thanks, man.
Late.
There's no way that's true. Steve taking clogging lessons? Yes, caller.
Hey, Mike. How's it going?
What's going on?
Question for you. Let's assume the Wilbur show happens. I want to get your mindset on your nerves going into this. Do you think there's a chance that part of you don't realize what it's gonna be like to be performing in front of 1,000+ people?
Oh yeah. I would say the thing going in my favor, the thing that's kind of controlling my nerves, is everyone expects me to bomb. So I don't know if there's a lot of room to go down. That's the only thing that's kind of saving me. But yeah, there's a chance I have a fucking panic attack.
I mean, that's true. Expectations are super low, but at the same time, it's going to be an entire show. Like, there's going to be a certain level of performance that you have to put on and maintain.
Yeah. You know what? The other thing I'm benefited by is it's going to be dark in there and I can't see. I'm serious. I know it sounds silly, but like seriously, that will help me a little bit that I'm not looking at everyone's faces.
That's almost better than imagining the whole crowd naked sort of thing. It's like if you can't see them at all,
right? They don't exist
in front of thousands of people. Yeah,
exactly.
Except for when you hear the roar of the crowd, though.
Yeah, I'll just pretend it's crowd noise we're filtering in. You know.
All right, cool. Well, you're gonna kill it, man. Just want to say,
all right, man. Thanks a lot.
All right, bye.
All right, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the nerves haven't set in on the Wilbur. Like right now, I think I'm going to be fine. I guaranteed that day I'm going to be shaking. My legs were shaking when I did stand up in front of Steve, Kirk, and Kingpin Pete. So I can't imagine what it's going to be like the night of the Wilbur. What's going on, caller? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Mike Geary, this is Matt from New Hampshire. How are you doing?
Oh, you again. What's up, buddy?
So, hey, I was hoping that, I mean, you're not going to get a choice, but I was hoping you'd let me plug that I've just been, people have said that they've really wanted to have access to as many of the parody songs they possibly
could. Oh, never mind.
So,
don't hang up on him.
It's not about me. I mean, it is about me. My parody songs are in there too, but I do have a live public folder that people can access. There's 9 musicians with all their tunes in there, including a bunch of the Steve's the Liar guy songs.
Okay.
But I'm just putting a call out to, if there are other musicians out there who have songs, send them to me. I'll put them up there and I'll keep them live for everybody. Number one. The second thing, thank you for allowing me to say this, is people were also interested in hearing you guys' reaction on the show to those tunes.
Yeah.
So I cut out all mine. They're all up there. But if anybody else, and you don't even have to be the musicians themselves, if you know of a song and a reaction that you like, you can go in there. There's a plugin for Chrome that allows you to cut audio very easily. Grab it, send it to me, and I'll put it up for everybody and just keep it live.
Okay, cool.
That's my
that does bring up an interesting question. You can stay on. You can give your take on this, Matt.
I love it. Yeah, ask.
I've whittled over this. I've toiled over this.
Yeah.
So the Minifans started. I'm sorry. The Mincel guys started their own RSS feed and started putting podcasts up. And I didn't know how to feel. I still don't really know how to feel about that. Because I guess it's like if we want to put Quantum Week up there, you guys have your own RSS feed and all that.
Yeah.
And it is their podcast. I just do think it's odd to be given, like, they were kind of, the reason they have a show is to drive people to YouTube. So it seems weird. I don't know how to feel about it, really.
I'll tell you what I think. I think that it would be very beneficial for the Kirk Minahan show to have its own website. I don't know if you can do that contractually with Barstool or not, but if you could, have your own website that connects to all of the spin-off RSS feeds. And that way you're kind of getting the both world. You have this umbrella, but see, you never put the Mincel show or the Minifan show on any of the Kirk Minahan. Like, if that's not going to go on your RSS feed. So then the options are the Kirk Minahan show pays for the hosting of these other shows, and you could do that, and each show could have and then it's property of the Kirk Minahan show. But if you don't want to do that, I would say create like a catch-all website that directs people to all of them. So that way there's an umbrella over it, but it's still, people can decide to pay for their own content if they want. You know what I mean? Pay for their own RSS feed if they want. That's
I like that idea. Matt, you're always contributing with great ideas. I like it.
Well, you're very kind to me. And I also want to say you're very kind to me when you talk to other people about me on your various other spin-off podcasts and YouTube shows. You always say I'm a nice guy, and I really appreciate that. Because I think
and then I
you're a
shit
nice
on you right
too.
after, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's bullshit shit. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
You're a
All
good
right,
sport.
Good to talk to you.
All right, buddy. Go take care of your reptiles, you pervert. That's a good man. Go submit your songs to whatever it is he said. Yes.
Yes.
What's going on?
Nothing. Is this Mike?
It sure is.
Mike, it's John from Scranton. What's going on?
Oh, the Mincel guy.
The Mincel guy is here. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, man?
Hey, I just wanted to talk about the RSS feed thing. I also want to let you know we're all very proud of you and Steve this week, dude. You guys are doing a great job pumping out content for the RSS feed. The only reason we did that was just because a couple of people wanted it on audio. We weren't promoting it or anything. but we did work with DEC to just get it right up onto the Minifan show RSS feed. So
okay,
we
cool.
took down ours. Like I said, the only reason we did that was just because there were a couple of people who only wanted to listen in audio form. So I just want to let you know that, and I'm proud of you, and we love you.
Well, thank you.
You
Hey, let me ask you. We're gonna get to this on Mike and the Minifans tomorrow, but when that Barstool Advisor guy does shit like where he tags Erica Nardini in tweets and stuff like that, is he shit faced when he's doing that?
So my boy BA was a little drunk. He was tagging Erica Nardini in business ideas. It was like he was like, "There's a bunch of fan shows. You should let the fan shows sell for Kirk, and it would benefit like a charity." The next morning, he was like, I didn't mean to do that, like, negatively and tag Eric.
Yeah. Maybe let Steve pepper Erica with business ideas would be my advice. Not Barstool Advisor.
Yeah. No, he the only reason he did that was he was a hammer drunk idiot, and he tagged Erica in a business idea. I was awake, thankfully, at the same time, and I told him, I was like, listen, if I see there's something wrong with something you say, I'm going to tell you to take it down immediately. And he's like, oh, I know. So I didn't think it was too bad. A lot of people took it like he was trying to tag Erica in business making ideas for our show. Listen, the idea was that we would go to local businesses, try to sell some ads on our shows, and any money we make, we donate to charity. Like that's all it really was.
Okay. Well, we'll get more into that on Mike and the Minifans tomorrow. It's you, me, Matt from Providence, and we'll see who else.
I'm hyped, buddy.
All right, man.
All right, will you knock me out, though?
John, you've been knocked out. Get the hell out of here. Beat it. A lot of people have questions about that guy, but I figured we could get to him tomorrow night instead. But is he clout chasing, which is a phrase I hate? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. What's up, caller?
Good luck. Take care of yourself. Hope all is well.
Thank you so much. That's it. Listen, that is a very nice message, and I appreciate you saying that to me.
Well, this is the person who you sent the message to, stupid.
Holy shit! What's going on?
Nothing. I just wanted to say I literally have been off social media essentially for the entire week.
Yeah.
I logged on during lunch about an hour ago, and the first thing I saw was a cartoon of Steve murdering a deer.
That's good stuff right there.
And then
that's the kind of thing we've been doing on social media without you. We've been spreading our wings.
I didn't realize you sound so fucking horrible on the other end of this thing. Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey.
I don't know how far you've gotten into it or not, and I'm going to go here in a minute before I get buzzed back in and prodded and fucking tortured some more here. The first text is a misdemeanor. The second text is a crime.
I knew. Steve made fun of me, but I knew you would hate that one so much more.
Should be punishable by you should be. I mean, you should have to spend a week in a group with these people, a year in a group with these people. It was so embarrassing. If I had any desire to live at that point, I would have fired you on the spot. Madawaska,
I'm so sorry.
You put it this way. You did a great job in Madawaska. The second hour of the show in Madawaska, you were fantastic compared to that text you sent, which I don't. It was such a pathetic, needy. And I'm trying to. I'm trying to look at everybody differently now, the best I can.
Thank you.
But it was. By the way, is there a problem I got for fucking first call I got in? Are we dying for calls here or what?
A little bit. This is the first show was a much more of a smash hit. This one, they're not as interested.
Okay, I didn't see I truthfully have not seen basically anything. Like for the last 24 hours, the first time I've dipped my toe at all into social media. I don't like. I mean, I texted Steve. I mean, I'll talk about it all on Sunday. So
I'm impressed. I did note that it sounds like you're healthy. That the first thing you're going to do is rip Julie DiCaro. It sounds like you're doing very well.
Well, we'll see. I mean, who knows how we'll go with that. We have a lot of stuff to get to, and obviously because of that text, you won't be in the room for it.
Understandable.
I still can't. I don't even know. Like, I didn't even mind the first text. I didn't even mind it. I was like,
See,
all right,
Thank you. I wouldn't have thought so either. I didn't know what to say. Thank you.
May I speak for a minute or not?
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, I don't want. I know this is your show. It was it was basically everything about you. Like you're not able to express. I mean, hope you're doing well is odd. There's no question about that. But because I mean, I wasn't. I'm not.
Right.
But that's okay.
Right.
But then the like I can't even like it makes me uncomfortable. I've talked a lot this week. I've said a lot of things that I didn't think I'd ever talk about. Things in my past that I'll talk about maybe a little bit Sunday. I can't even say the words on that text. So I want those. Don't ever read it. I want it banished. When it'll never be read, never be said. I accept your apology. It's just fucking.
Thank you for accepting my apology.
How's the overall week been from a content perspective? Pretty good.
I think it's been good. I've done stuff every day. Steve did the Robinson report, which looked like he was being held at gunpoint.
I haven't seen that yet. Yeah.
Big Cat did an Instagram today, which was pretty funny. So yeah, things have been going all right. But we miss you. We miss you very much.
No, I believe I understand what I mean to you. I get that.
I hope you pick that up.
Very, very, very clear. Well, all right. Go. Goodbye. Hope all is well.
Hey, take care. Unbelievable. Did you tweet that out, Justin? Oh my God. That's what you get here on Go For Geary. Unbelievable. Kirk Minahan calling in from the loony bin. Yeah, he's right. As much as Steve busted my balls, pick him up, but just give me a second. As much as Steve busted my balls for that text, let me explain to those of you at home. The only reason I sent the second text is because my girlfriend said, "Well, how did you respond to that? That must have been tough." And I told her, I said, "Good luck. Take care of yourself. Hope all is well." And she goes, "Well, that's pretty heartless." So I said, "Well, let me put some heart into the second text and show him what he means to me." But I'm not allowed to say what I said after that. So
someone from the show just tweeted out, should Blind Mike post the full second test message he sent to Blind Mike? It's a poll, and right now we have 85%.
Oh, of course people want it. Yeah. What's up, caller?
Hey, what's going on, Mike?
It's gonna be tough to follow.
Not too much. Did you listen to WEEI last night? Jim Florentine was talking to Mark James.
Hey, do you realize what you're following, buddy?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know Kirk just called in?
Yeah, I know. I was watching. It was awesome.
All right. Well, you don't seem that interested in it. What was your question?
Oh, did you listen to Jim Florentine last night? He was talking to Mark James.
I didn't catch it. No, was it good?
Oh, it was pretty good.
Well, someone will have to send me that.
I don't know if Mark James knew if it was a prank or not.
Well, that's always the mystery, isn't it?
But
right, anything else, Alex?
Hey, can you knock me out, please?
No, I've stopped doing requests. I'll knock people out when they deserve to be knocked out.
All right, fine.
All right, Alex. You can't kill the knock. You can't do it to everyone. Come on. I think that's funny. Oh yeah, no, I was listening. Kirk was on. Anyways, Jim Florentine was on with Mark James. What's up, caller?
Hi, Blind Mike. Hola.
Is this my buddy John Stewart?
Yes, it's Jack from a cell phone.
I know your voice from 1,000 miles away. What's going on?
I just wanted to thank Kirk for calling in. What a magnificent gentleman for him to spend a little time.
He's a great man, and you are. I appreciate you pointing out you're on a cell phone. By the way, I think that's good. That's good color.
How about saying I'm from the 774? Does that work in your opinion?
It does. I like that. What's up, buddy?
So, I thought of an idea. If Kirk doesn't come back in the near future, we could maybe do a group version of There's a Patient at McLean's with different people singing little verses of the song, and we could splice them all together.
You mean sort of a We Are the World type thing, but that song instead?
Precisely.
Huh. You know what?
You crystallized and put into words what I was merely thinking.
Yes, thank you. That's what I do here, John. Thank you. Or Jack, if you prefer that. Jack, you're usually a man of questions. Today, I think you may have provided some answers. I like that idea.
Methadone Mike, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and my best wishes to all the Minifans.
You as well, my friend.
Bye.
All right, buddy.
Can you knock me out?
You deserve it. Jack, you've been knocked out. Beat it. I love that guy. Sure, he asked me a few too many personal questions in Madawaska, but he's a great man. I love Jack from Worcester or whatever his name is. Easily my favorite caller. Even maybe more so than Kirk, although I've never sent him a text message like the one I sent Kirk. So, oh, am I furious that he called? The man is getting himself well. He's trying to fight off mental illness, and he took time out of his day to humiliate me on a silly call-in show that I do on YouTube. Diabolical. But that's the genius of Kirk Minahan, I guess. Kirk was right, though. These calls are a little light. People are getting right through. What the fuck is going on here, Justin? He doesn't know. He's at a loss for words. No calls coming in?
None right now.
Does that mean we're done?
We have calls coming in, but it's just.
Oh, it just takes a minute for them to pot up or whatever? All right. I'll vamp. Yeah, I do. I still want people's suggestions, depending upon how long Kirk is out. I want to interview some Barstool people. And I was thinking, not the obvious. I mean, I talked to Big Cat. He said he'll do it. But I think it'll be more interesting to have, not more interesting. It's just we've heard from Big Cat and Kevin and Feidelberg and those guys. I think it'd be cool to have like Coley or Hank, Dana, Marty Mush is another one I thought of maybe. Guys like that I think the Minifans would be interested in, but don't necessarily know. What's going on? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Uncle Dino. I was kicked off the Discord, but I'd like to talk to Blind Mike.
Oh, Uncle Dino. I wouldn't know you from Twitter, or would I?
Yes.
You're the Uncle Dino on Twitter as well?
No. That guy's the original. I got to give him the credit. But
okay, who are you on Twitter?
On Twitter, it's just my name. But I DM'd you about a week ago about the possibility of setting up a booth for the Jimmy Fund or some other donation at the Wilbur show.
Thank you.
Wasn't sure if you got any clarification on it. I'm sure now, obviously, things are a little bit different, but I didn't know if before everything happened over the last week or so, if you had a chance to speak to anybody about it.
No, and I think now it might be a good idea to do a mental health charity or something. Like I know NAMI is the one that we named. That could be a good idea.
Absolutely. That would be
it's
great.
Definitely a good idea.
I'd love to help out any way I can with that. If there's anything else I can do, please don't hesitate to DM me.
Okay, cool.
Other than that, though, I was just wondering, as far as Mike and the Minifans goes, is there anything that you think you want to do maybe weekly that you're not doing now, as far as reoccurring, other than guests? Because it's getting kind of stale, but maybe segments or something?
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like. A few people have said that it gets, it's gotten kind of old. It's the same shit. But I kind of like where it's just a hang, as I call it, where we're kind of just shooting the shit. I am shaking it up as far as time. Like tomorrow, I think we'll only do an hour, but that's more because I've been talking about this stuff all week. You know what I mean? Like we've been talking about Kirk all week rather than doing a show, if that makes sense. So I figure we only really need an hour tomorrow. But someone suggested having like a guy like Menners kind of moderate the chat during the show. I'm not a huge segments guy though. Like I don't love the idea of like up next it's Magnificent Mike where I perform magic tricks. Like shit like that I'm not really a fan of.
I totally get that. But so I have one last thing before I go. And,
what's up?
You can knock me out, I guess, if it's bad. But I kept trying to get in so I could give you guys a good cheese pun because you were running out of them. And,
okay, let's hear it.
Well, I'll put it to some kind of current event, I guess. So I was like, I looked at Twitter the other day and I read that tweet from Kirk. And the first thing that popped into my head, I was like, Ricotta be kidding me.
Uncle Dino, not only are you not knocked out, it's my favorite so far.
I would love to be knocked out. That's fine.
Dino,
and honestly,
well, first, can I ask you,
job, Mike.
Why do I hear your name so much? Like I hear about you in the Discord.
Controversial at the beginning of the Discord, but I don't know if it was Patrick. I like Patrick actually. I think he does a great job for everybody. I bust balls a lot, but there was some sort of issue where I think I took I could take some blame here for sure. Where I took the parody a little too far and trying to be like the crazy version of John Dennis. Where if you can remember him yelling at Amy.
Right.
That kind of thing. But it became a thing where I was hearing Patrick or somebody had told people that I took pictures of his car and was putting them online or something. I had no idea who Patrick is. So, I don't know if there was some weird miscommunication there. That's the word I want to use. But in any event, I've been lurking in the Discord. I'm still around. I'm just not Uncle Dino anymore. But
all right, Uncle Dino, you've been knocked out. You're boring me now.
So, you and Steve did a great job this week. So thank you and keep it up.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
All right, man. Uncle Dino. I hear his name a lot come up in the Discord, so I guess he's famous in that world. I don't know. But he had a very good idea of working with the Jimmy Fund, kind of setting up something to donate there. I think now it might be more appropriate to do whatever mental health charity we decide to work with. Go ahead.
I think this is Jim.
Jim who?
Hello.
You think? Oh, yes, Mr. Florentine.
You know what I fucking hate? I hate, when you create a character, a bit, and then other people take it and start doing it, and it ain't you who's actually doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I do hate that as well. So we can confirm that wasn't you that called Mutt that time?
I can confirm that, yes. I didn't call Mark James neither. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what a horse's ass. I wonder if it was that asshole Alex from the Cape.
Mike, just as a little bit of advice, because I do this, as a job. I monologue quite a bit. If I may, you could use a couple more pregnant pauses.
You think? Do I talk too much?
I think you're talking a little too much. Yeah, you gotta gather your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And Mike, if I may, two things before I go. Have you weighed in on the Mincel Intel, the brackets?
Like my thoughts on the bracket as a whole, or like who I think is going to win?
You got a leader in the clubhouse.
I think R.A. Minahan was underseeded. I think they put him at a 3 seed. I think that might actually help him in the long run. I think he might be the strongest in that division.
Okay. Last thing is, I'd say, you may want to listen to KFC show today. I think somebody might try to call in there too.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I'll give CCK a listen. I like those guys.
You do a good job, Mike.
Thank you, Mr. Florentine. Congratulations on Crank Anchors coming back.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, man. The great Jim Florentine. And that is the real Jim Florentine right there. Yeah, I knew that other guy was not. But the second guy does a decent job of impersonating that guy. So it's weird. But you got to respect the original. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Sir or ma'am? More likely, sir. Hello? There's nobody there. Maybe they're offended that I misgendered them. Connecting? Yeah, well, you've been knocked out. Beat it. All right, keep firing away here if we're still getting a call. Boy, a star-studded Go For Geary here today. We've had, of course, the biggest star of all, Kirk Minahan, Jim Florentine, Tim from Canton, Steve Robinson, Matt Carano. An unbelievable guest list, although I guess the volume is not that heavy.
The volume's heavy.
Kirk said he got right in. How many calls have we gotten so far? Does it say? It doesn't matter. Oh, 700. That's a lot. All right. Not on par with last week, though. Just answer this call. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing? This Big Hill?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
What's up, Mike? I was just calling. I have one question. First off, I just want to say, us blind guys got to stay together.
You're blind.
Colorblind. Pretty much the same thing.
Oh, come on, get the fuck out of here. Colorblind.
I'm fucking with you, Mike. One question. I'll hang up and listen. So there's been thousands of reports across the U.S. for years and years. I mean, second back to the 1800s of Sasquatch sightings. I just want to know your opinion. Do you think Sasquatch is real? Thanks. I'll hang up and listen.
Thanks very much. No, I don't. I think it's probably some other being that has been seen that many times. I don't believe in any of that shit. Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot. Why haven't we found him yet? I love those Bigfoot shows as well. Like we would hold on to the news until the finale if we really found him. What's up, caller? Hello,
Mike. Are you there?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, I agree with the last guy. Us blind guys do got to stick together. I'm colorblind and partially blind.
This is okay. Partially blind, I'll accept. This colorblind thing is bullshit. I find it offensive.
I'm partially blind in one eye, so
that's still. Can you drive?
I can drive.
Don't get the fuck out. You know what? You've been knocked out. Beat it. Get the fuck out of my house.
Have a good one, Mike.
Justin, you didn't hang up on it. All right, man. Thanks a lot. I'm sure he's a nice guy, but when I knock someone out, you got to make it mean something. Jesus. Yeah, colorblind is nothing. That'd almost be nice. You see the world like a black and white movie. I imagine it's not really like that, but what's up, caller?
Mike, it's
Yes.
Eric, one of the co-hosts of your favorite medical marijuana podcast. Curious to know two things.
Wait, hold on. What is my favorite medical marijuana podcast?
Super Lemon Haze, man. Super Lemon Haze.
Oh, okay. All right. What's up?
So two things. I want to know, did you listen to the whole thing through? Yes or no?
No.
See, that's the problem. The feedback that I'm receiving is that it's a pro pot. We want to get high and
No.
stoned.
That's not my feedback. I don't give a shit if you talk about pot or not. My feedback was this is what I told Steve, anyways. Okay, so for the viewers, this guy submitted a podcast about mental health that he wanted on the YouTube channel. So me and Steve listened to it. I don't really give a shit about the pot thing. That's fine, whatever. But my only critique was I think you guys should do it on your own. And then maybe eventually it'll fit. It just doesn't seem like it fits what we're doing with the YouTube channel, really. Does that make sense?
Can you not really, because it's like I was trying to say initially, is that your YouTube channel seems to repeat content all the time. So it's just people talking about the same things over and over again. So our idea was just to put something completely unique, completely original, but at the same time, there's all these underlying themes, which is all the mental health stuff that's going on, all the, body image stuff that's going on, all the, weight loss stuff. Like it's all the same topics that you guys are discussing, but we're coming just from a different angle. So it's just, and people I think are craving the content clearly just because your audience loves it, but why not give it a shot? And just all I suggest is put it up there for the weekend. Put it up there for 2 days. See what people think. And like I said, if it goes to shit and people don't like it, then just take it down and then we'll do it ourselves. But I don't want to put it up on my own until you guys do it.
I would say do the opposite.
I'm giving you guys the shot.
I would say do the opposite. I think you should put it up on your own, see if people like it, see if it fits the Minahan world. So the reason, I guess Quantum Week is going to go up there eventually on the YouTube, which has nothing to do with Minifan anything, but we know Matt Carano. So if an episode sucks or an episode is great, we can talk about it and either make fun of him or play sound or whatever. Where with you guys, we don't know anything about you. So it's just two guys who happen to be Minifans on the YouTube channel.
I am Steve's #1 protester, so you can't say that I'm just some random person who wants to get publicity off of your channel. I mean, I don't know how else I can promote myself as being a bigger fan, but I mean, I get it. Matt's an insider. Matt's using. Yeah. You guys are somewhat biased because I don't think he's talented at all. I don't think his shit's good. And I also don't think that the Minifan shit that's on there is any good. It's a bunch of people who are just bitching about the same topic you guys are bitching about all the time. Everyone's all fuzzy. No one can hear a word they're goddamn saying. It goes in and out. It's like Google.
Well, then
chat.
I would say, why do you even want to be on there?
I want to be on there because I love your product. I love the Kirk Minahan show. And I think that we're putting something out there that's produced almost equally as well as you guys are doing. I'm not saying that we're anywhere near.
No, the production was very good.
But It sounds great. The topics are hot. We are both experts in our field. And I think what we're offering, I swear, I know that your audience is going to love it, but I know that if we put it on our channel, I mean, unless you guys are like retweeting it 1,000 times, we're not going to get the kind of impact that I'm hoping that we're going to get. But like I said, I'm not in this for me. I want your audience to hear it. So the only way that your audience is going to hear it, like by the numbers, is if you put it on your channel. So do the first episode on your channel for 2 days. If it fucking sucks, if nobody likes it, take it down. And then we'll just keep going because it was fun as hell doing it for ourselves. But again, I'm doing this for you guys. You know, I'm 40. I got 3 kids. We did this after everyone was in bed. You know, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning to do my own routine, but I was up until midnight. That's when I sent you the link. I was up until midnight doing this for you guys, not for me, but for you and for your audience. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I love what you guys do.
Here's my counter offer to that. You put it up, I'll retweet it. People have heard this conversation. I'll talk about it again on Mike and the Minifans tomorrow night. We'll get a feel for what people think, and then we'll reevaluate.
I love that idea.
Okay.
I absolutely love that idea. I'm going to go home. I'm on my way home right now to pick up the kids. And then I'll put it on YouTube, and you guys just please do whatever you can do, talk about it. And I'd love to hear what everyone's feedback is.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate your time.
All right, man.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. Yeah, he seems like a good guy, and they didn't do it. The production was good. They didn't do a bad job. I personally stopped listening because I kind of lost interest. And that doesn't even mean it's bad. That's not shitting on it. That just means it might not be for me every week. Or even, you know, maybe it's something I'll listen to half of or whatever. It wasn't terrible, but I just didn't think it fit what we're doing with the YouTube. Now, I do agree with him. It gets repetitive. Having the Minifan ladies talk about the week in review, and then the interns do it, and then the Mincel guys do it. But then by the time you get to me on Saturday, we've already talked about this shit 10 million times. So I get his point. But it didn't seem like it fit. But what he's going to do now is put it up himself, and then I said I'll retweet it, and we'll see what you guys think about it, I guess. But he seems very, very eager to get it up there. So I wonder about that. But seems like a nice enough guy. Are calls still coming in, Justin, or no?
Yeah, they're still coming in, but
We just got to wait? That's odd. Sometimes it's immediate right after. And sometimes I have to vamp for a bit. The other thing I kind of wanted to play is that audio of the New York Times editor that was on with Brian Williams, who, well, just play the audio, I guess. Just see if you catch the math mistake here. This one was talking about Mike Bloomberg, all the money that Mike Bloomberg paid for his campaign, like the advertising and all that, $500 million rather, and what he could have done with that money that would have made a little more sense. See if you catch this.
It's a possibility if he wants to spend $1 billion beating this guy, he could do it.
Absolutely. Somebody tweeted recently that actually with the money he spent, he could have given every American $1 million.
I've got it. Let's put it up on the screen. When I read it tonight on social media, it kind of all became clear. Bloomberg spent $500 million on ads. U.S. population 327 million. Don't tell us if you're ahead of us on the math. He could have given each American $1 million and have had lunch money left over. It's an incredible way of putting it.
It is. It's an incredibly stupid way of putting it.
It does
Brian
suggest, what we're talking about here, which is there's too much money in politics, and it makes it difficult because what we want in.
But you see it as a possible.
So, for those of you not quite able to do the math at home, Mike Bloomberg would have had to pay $327 trillion to give every American $1 million. But that's all right. I just found that funny. Brian Williams going, it's just so it's unbelievable when you put it in those terms. And she goes, but it's true. What can I tell you? All right, are we done with calls, Justin? No one else is coming in? Oh, okay. What's up? Hello?
Hey, Mike, it's Adam the Jew from New Jersey.
What's up, Adam the Jew?
I was wondering, I've been listening to episode 112 of Enough About Me a lot. That's the one where Kirk dove into his past struggles and sort of the genesis of all of his depression issues. And
You've been listening to it a lot?
I have. It's a very fascinating listen, actually.
Interesting.
It's pretty interesting. But I was wondering if you had any thoughts, because I know you've spoken about issues you've had. I know that there are other Minifans, like I know Ari Minahan spoke a lot on Mike and the Minifans last week. Do you have any thoughts about maybe doing something like that, where you sort of a dive into the Minifan mental health?
So that's what. Did you hear the last caller?
I did not.
So he wanted to do something like that, but it seemed like he was kind of talking about like his own issues, and the only reason I thought that didn't apply is because we don't know who he is really. I guess I could do something like that. I honestly don't know if now would be the right time. A lot of people pin the woe is me stuff on me, like I do that. So I feel like if I did that right now,
I've heard that once or twice.
Yeah, like just a few times. I feel like if I did that right now, that's how it would come off. Like, hey guys, remember I have this thing too that I deal with. Especially when what I deal with is not 1% of what Kirk does. So I wouldn't really feel comfortable doing it right now, to be honest.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But maybe down the road at some point I could talk about that kind of stuff. I did it on my old podcast once when I was at EEI, so I could always do that again.
Nice. All right. Well, Shabbat Shalom.
Hey, L'chaim. All right. Adam the Jew. I believe that's the guy that couldn't come to Madawaska because he can't drive during sundown or something like that. That's got to be rough. I should have asked him about that. That's got to be a weird way to live. Like on the weekends, you can't go anywhere or do anything. Very strange. And I don't mean like go out. I mean like he can't leave. He can't use technology. He can't use his vehicle. He can't do anything. Let's see what this Jamoke has to say. What's up, caller?
Yeah, this is Julie from Chicago. I really hate Jim Boylan, but I hate you more, Mike. You're awful.
Why do you hate me?
You're terrible. You make fun of nice people who you say have lists. That's bullshit, Mike. That's real bush league.
Is this Chris?
I don't know who that is. This is a Julie from Chicago.
I gotta say, this voice is much better than your real voice, Chris.
Is that true? I don't know. I think you might be right.
No, your voice is fine. You have a lisp. Just own it. It's fine.
I don't think I think it's more of a mush mouth thing.
You sound Philly when you talk.
No, that's fine. You hear everything. You have superpowered ears. But the rest of us don't. And I just think it's wrong. And I want to talk to you about it tomorrow on Mike and the Minifans. And I want to also.
Oh, that's right. You're going to be on. You're on Mike and the Minifans tomorrow, right?
All right. I hope so.
All right. So we've got our lineup. It's Quantum Week, Chris. It's Matt from Providence and the Mincel Intel guy. All right. Perfect.
Who would have missed that? What a hell of a show.
What a star-studded cast.
All right. Well, I think you're a piece of shit. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. I hate you, buddy. He seems like a nice guy. That'll be fun tomorrow. I guess I should wrap up then on that note. Let's do let's take one more. Well, let's take this call. We'll see how this. If this is good, we'll keep going. If it sucks, we're done. I like to end on a sour note. What's up, caller? They're doing me a favor. They're saying end the fucking show. All right, perfect. That's it. And we're not going to take it, I guess. We're done. Save your calls for next week. I'll be back. What do you say? Tuesday again, Justin? Tuesday at noon work for you? Sure. All right. Unless prepare for Tuesday at noon for the next call-in show. And then if that changes, I will let you know, of course. But we will talk to you guys Tuesday. Crazy. If you didn't catch the beginning of the show, go back and listen because Kirk Minahan, live from the booby hatch, called in just to humiliate me. There was no reason for it. Like we had a good laugh yesterday at my text. There was no reason to say that the second text was worse. I was already getting a beating. It was fine. He could have saved it until we got back. But in typical Kirk Minahan fashion, the guy knows content. And he had to stick a dagger in my heart, right when I'm feeling good, too. Star-studded lineup today. Thank you to everyone for calling in. And we'll talk to you Saturday on Mike and the Minifans here on the Kirk Minahan Show YouTube.